there's actually nothing going on. There's no to record most days, I ain't doing all. Today, still waiting to hear back about this job that I did. I'm fairly certain I'm not going to get paid. I'm tempted to go over and cycle over and try and get my tools back somehow, but then the wind's blowing like strongly from that direction, and you know, the cycle wouldn't be that bad usually, but just to cycle into a strong wind, probably for nothing, is not worth it. The tool I do have left is the angle grinder that I'm scared of using, so later on I might try and attack some of the bigger areas on the deck that need sanding, because it's really powerful, especially at the back. I'll show you that after. But for now, I've got some bread that we're going to sacrifice, and today is going to be the day that I'm going to catch a fish, and then I'm going to cook it on that barbecue, and it's going to improve my mood drastically. So we nearly had some success yesterday with the bread, so we're going to try again. So I'm going to re-explain what happened with the boat project I was doing. As I said, it's probably going to be a separate episode, although in the end it annoyed me, as I mentioned already. But, when it came to paying, so the whole footage for that month of March, I was focused pretty much just on doing that boat work, so I didn't really do much else regarding my own boat. So footage wise for like this channel, there weren't much other than what I was explaining while I was doing the boat work at the time. So I do have the footage, and I'm still deciding what I'm going to do with it. But basically the guy I was working for, he wanted everything doing for next to nothing. And then at the start I went in and, you know, I was all high hopes of like stripping everything back and getting it to look nice, and then he just didn't really want to pay, and they never paid on time like they were meant to, and then it ended up really difficult because I'd have to buy materials but didn't have any money myself to do that. And they was always meant to pay me at the end of every day, and they was meant to pay me daily, and it weren't based on it being the project. I didn't charge them for a project, I was just charging them a daily rate, and it was going to take as long as it was going to take. But they kept adding that they wanted more stuff doing, but then they wanted it doing really quick. And then towards the end there was a few small jobs that I couldn't do yet, but I said I would go back and do them. But they was meant to come and pay me, and I was in a position where I had to pay the port. They was meant to come, for argument's sake, on a Monday, but then said that they couldn't come until like the following Monday, so because of that I had to just try and survive until they came to pay me, and the whole thing was just a bit of a nightmare. And then when they came to pay me, they just got on the boat and left, taking my tools with them. A bit more about what happens when that's coming up anyway, but I just wanted to update you because I did have a bit of footage about it, but it was just me having a really angry rant about them not paying me, so I thought I'd better re-record it. So that's what happened. So just to let you know that before you get on with the video, because there's a bit of a gap where you wouldn't really be sure what happened. So it's really windy, so you probably can only hear that. But the first step, and I don't know how to fish, I'm making this up, but if I get some little bread rolled up so that they sink, and then we start to attract some dorade. I hope no one's listening to me because I don't actually know what I'm about. Right, that was literally as close as we've ever been. I saw the hook actually moving the fish. Did it get the hook? It narrowly got away with that, but there's now a group of them down there. We're getting one of these dorades today. Some bigger ones have swam in. It's going to happen. I nearly had that. managing to get like these little it stopped recording. I did manage to get that thing off. I literally had to like I didn't want to touch it, and I had to like balance it on the end of the thing and unhook it. It wasn't fun, and I thought I was recording it, but I wasn't, and it got wrapped and I had to unwrap it and it was a big pain. But I don't know if you can eat them. I need to look, but I had to act quite quickly because obviously it was stuck on the thing. So these little, I can get loads of these little, I don't know if they're little versions of them, I don't think so, but they're too small. But before we had some Durad, but I feel like they're a bit wiser to it. They've seen the commotion the last time and thought, I'm having naught to do with this. There's one, a nice big one. Come on, see this piece of bread that's falling. Oh, why is so blind? Easiness. Did any fish start eating my bread I left here? No, them little ones seem to eat and then go. Oh, that one was big then if we were just ready. I'll just zoom on underneath. Next boat to mine. Bread came unattached and is now floating back to the top. You have never seen the boat look so clean, have you? In fact, so far in all of these episodes, I don't think I even show the boat because it's normally that messy. Been awake this morning since about 4 AM because there was a swell coming through from like a strong wind last night, and actually when I was going to sleep I could hear it tugging quite badly on the back. I'm gonna go put the springs back on this morning, the mooring springs, and it just takes a bit of tension out of the rope because otherwise you have this horrible sound. What's that? Anyway. Right. The work I was doing on the boat, the previous boat. Now, this is wrong. This is really wrong. But some people seem to think the world works in a way where they just then decide how much they're paying at the end. So basically, they owed me €580. And that was quite an important payment because the other ones, you know, quite a lot went on tools that I needed to do the job or whatever else. So it was actually this final 580 that was, you know, I'd get that and I didn't have to pay anything out of it apart from to replace the drill that I broke doing the job. But anyway, they did eventually ring back and say that they're sending me €300, but no more. Because that's how the world works. French. Oh no, they're not French. I think they're actually from Belgium. I actually like people generally. Anyway, I'm not getting into that. That's dangerous. So at least we're getting something, because I was worried how I was going to cope and how I was going to pay the port. Still not getting the tools back, so I was meant to get the tools back today. I did ask, can I just go get the tools, because like it's preventing me doing anything, and I'm in a port and I've not really filmed anything for a few days because I ain't doing anything because I don't have any tools. So if we was to look around the boat now, that door there, it's gonna need I'm gonna have to just resand that little bit because I put some bad wood stain. No, not stain. It's like when you get a clear wood stain, so it's not a stain. It just, I don't really know what it does because it's not a varnish either. But we want to stain that so it looks the same as that one. So we can't do that because we haven't got any stain. What else can I see around me? In the kitchen, there's not much else we can do. The sink's not got a drain attached, and the drain's underneath the cooker, but it's really wide, and then the thing for the plug there is really narrow, and how useful that is as a sink we don't know anyway, so we're not going to bother with that for now. Here I was thinking I could do a cutout, just using last night's washing up, a cutout, and then I could maybe fit underneath the cutout somewhere for the knives and the forks, so that I just lift the top off and I can get the knives and the forks. However, is that just going to be more effort than that? Probably, so we'll probably stick with that. We have these two little lights to fit. They're like little spotlights. I haven't decided where I'm going to put them yet, but we can't do that because we haven't got any electric wire. We just want to do everything all in one because that's a lot of paint really. Like I don't want to be, it ends up going hard, and then yeah, it just needs to be one thing, so we're not touching that until everything is ready to paint. So we can't do that. I've looked again at the front bulkhead in the V-berth where I sanded it. It actually does look quite good when you come out comparing it to that one. So do we sand it and make an absolute mess? Probably. We're probably gonna. I mean, it's not gonna look worse because it don't look good now. So we'll probably do that. We can't do that yet. We did that one. We've not done this one. We don't have any sandpaper strips or the sander, so we can't do that yet. We're just stuck for things to do, and important. It's really annoying. Anyway, yeah. So this is going to be. I'm terrible. I should just need to be cancelled from YouTube. Oh. It'd be good if there's just some people out. You know what? Today I'm up now. I've been up for ages. Could go have a shower, drink my coffee, meet my friends, go to the beach, play some volleyball. Don't know why volleyball. Football on the beach, have a swim, go to a bar. Yeah, none of that's happening, is it? It's going to be another day of this, and I'm hoping one day it's all going to be worth it. I really, really, really do. It's a bit underwhelming this morning. I've been awake since like 4 because the boat was tugging along the thing. I need to put the springs back on, which I'm going to do today because it was annoying. That was like really annoying. 4 in the morning, and then the boat tugs, and then you just hear this god almighty creak, but it's not like you have any, it's literally just constant. Right, yeah, I haven't woken up yet. Underwhelming. Oh yeah, so then I was like, oh, I'm awake, and then I could see through the back hatch down there, and I thought this could have been like a sunrise. I'm awake really early, and then it's not actually risen yet, I don't think.
It's just another day, innit? Oh, come on, we can't be doing this today. Right, motivate myself. What am I going to do? I just really can't do anything. Then people have got all my tools. There's an update on that. They are paying me half of what they owe me and saying that's all they're going to pay. Whatever. I feel in one way I want to just spend the summer going around in my boat, parking next to them and just making them have a hard time for being... Yeah, you can guess a word. But really we're not going to do that, are we? And then I was watching some videos on YouTube before where it was like how to be a successful YouTube channel and be really engaging and full of energy, and I just pick up the camera and I'm like, Anyway, what are we gonna do today? Gotta do something. Yesterday we tried to fish. We caught, what was it? I found the name of the fish. A mullet. That's what it was. It was a mullet fish, and then we had to let it free because it didn't look very edible. Then after that, the bread just kept falling off, so we didn't succeed. And I know there's better bait to be using than bread, but we don't have any, so that's that. Somebody was telling me the other day how they like boat sounds. Nobody can tell me they like that sound. It literally like drives deep into your brain and just angers the hell out of you. It's so annoying. Like, there's good boat sounds, like if the water's nicely swishing against the side or something, but the majority of them are a pain. That's the biggest pain. It's like being inside of a drum. I've decided that I've just been thinking, I am like insanely lazy because that noise is driving me absolutely crazy. And now we can hear the wind coming in too. I just need to go put the springs on. I don't like doing it once the wind's already started. I'm going to go put the springs on after it's driving me mad. I'm trying to edit a video. Right, I'm going to go put the springs on.
yeah, quite a bit of wood could come in handy. Even just for some doors. Do I want to carry it all back? Yeah. You just never want the person who threw it away to see you, but anyway.